Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side for now. And one of the daytime TV shows that we're doing is The Bold and the Beautiful. So this past week on The Bold and the Beautiful, now like last week, the whole week was eaten up by that whole Hope, Liam, Steffy, dollar bill quadrangle, right? Well, this time, that only ate up like maybe 4 out of the 5 episodes. The last day of the week, they had something different. First of all, they had a scene with Wyatt and Katie and Will. It started off with Will, and Will was like, Katie was on the phone on a business call, and she was like, yeah, it'll appeal to a younger demographic. And then we hear Will say, younger demographic. It's actually really cute. And then he says, I need to call my dad. I need to call Bill Spencer. And then Wyatt's like, well, I'm a younger demographic. You can talk to me. And he's like, you're not my dad. You're my brother. Okay. So then then Katie gets Pam to take Will away. And Katie's like, we can't move forward at all. So we need to break up. I mean, it was just a really sad scene for Wyatt. I felt really bad for him. I really did. I really enjoy Wyatt and Katie together. I think it's kind of silly to think that, just because Will's a baby and doesn't understand. Sorry. Okay. So then we also saw a bunch of crap going on with we then saw Thorne. Okay, Thorne better not waste any time, because the minute that, they broke up, Thorne then goes into Katie's office and then starts making out with Katie. I mean, there was some stuff that happened before then, but then they just ended up making out, so I was like, okay. Well, if you're going to go from Wyatt, you might as well go on to Thorne, right? Although I have to say, you're treading very close, Katie, to being the slut of the valley, just like your sister, especially when it comes to the Forrester men, because, the only person that Katie hasn't been involved with has been Eric, although they did have a slight flirtation, and that's why Quinn hates her, not having anything to do with Wyatt. But they never hooked up. Although Eric has hooked up with Ridge's other 2 wives, Brooke and Taylor. And then Quinn had that thing with, this whole show was just so incestuous, really. If you think about it, it's really I don't want to say creepy, but it's kind of creepy a little bit. Okay. And let's talk about this. This is a fashion house. It's in the fashion industry, and it is probably the straightest fashion house I have ever seen in my life. Now, granted, Maya is transgendered, but she's still heterosexual, so it's not like, it's not the same. So it's kind of weird, but whatever. It's a soap opera. You go with it, right? Okay, so then they spent a lot of time talking about the interns and having to do with the interns. Okay. Now, granted, it was just this one episode, and honestly, if the interns are going to be the break from Bill, Hope, Steffy, Liam, I'm going to be fine with that. I'm okay with that. I could live with the interns, and that's the only break that we get from that quadrangle that's eating the life out of that show. So the interns, now we met that one British boy, the white British boy. We met him first, and then we met him with Nia, and Nia's character's name is Emma. Played by Nia from Dance Moms. Now, I knew that they would work the dancing into something with Nia, right? So then Emma is actually a niece of Justin Barber, which makes her also related to Olivia from Young and the Restless. Okay, so she doesn't know that she's being a mole, but she's totally being a mole in Forrester Creations, and that's fine. Okay, that's great. At least although the show doesn't do it that great, I do enjoy a good corporate intrigue story. You know, I think the one, granted, no one really has captured corporate life really on any soap, but the closest they've come has been Young and the Restless. They've done a really good job with Newman Enterprises and Jabot. You know, I've got really bad acid reflux today. It's like right in my throat. I can feel it like I want to vomit. Okay. So Emma, I keep just wanting to call her Nia because her name is Nia, but it's Emma. On the show, her name is Emma. Okay, so Emma has, she's helping out Hope with Hope for the Future. Now, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. Every job needs to have interns, right? I think my job needs to hire a few interns, to be perfectly honest with you. But Nia is like, oh God, but Emma is totally like giving like creative direction, which is a little above an intern's pay grade, to be perfectly honest with you. And then we see this new intern is this guy named Xander, which is short for Alexander. And he's British. And he's a black British guy. And he is related to Maya. So apparently, because we saw Julius and Viv today, and apparently Julius's brother is Alexander's father, and he married some British girl named Maisie. And so he wanted to talk about how he's gonna get rid of his accent while he works at Forrester. What is it with everyone at Forrester Creations wanting to lose their accent? I mean, like, it was the whole plot point when Quinn wanted when Quinn wanted Ivy. God, thank God. I knew her real name. I kept wanting to say Ashley because that's her real name. But when Quinn wanted Ivy to lose her accent, I mean, I thought that was kind of to make her look more like Steffy so that she could get Liam away. I mean, I thought that was kind of silly. I thought that was totally dumb. And now this kid wants to lose his accent too. It's like, that leads me to another question. Is this show like popular in Britain? I need my British friends to answer this question for me. Is Bold and the Beautiful even air in England? Is it like popular? I know it's huge in South Africa, Australia, and Italy. God, it's everywhere in Italy. Everyone knows about Bold and Beautiful in Italy. I've already talked about that. So I didn't know. I mean, France. It plays in France and Holland. So I wouldn't be surprised, but I have never heard any of my British friends talking about Bold and the Beautiful, to be perfectly honest with you. They talked about Hollyoaks, they talked about Coronation Street, EastEnders, not to be confused with East Siders, which is what I'm watching, which I just reviewed. Oh, yeah. Ooh. You know what? This needs some alcohol. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, so I don't understand what the show has again, and I don't know why all of a sudden we're having the British invasion. Like, is it like a popular thing? Like, I understand why they constantly go to Monte Carlo every single year. It's because that's where they have the International Television Awards, and that's where Bold and Beautiful usually rakes them in. So they always send a group out there. Okay, that's fine. That's great. Whatever. They have the Spencer Summit in Monte Carlo. Okay. All right. Whatever. So. I mean, I understand that, but I need this whole British thing explained to me. What's going on with that, right? And here's another, well, okay, so this is the one exception to that rule. I think it's kind of okay that they're letting Ingo, who plays Thorne, not have an accent because... You know, Thorne Forrester doesn't have an accent. You know, he's an American character. Okay, I get it. That makes sense, right? But characters that are from other countries, like Ivy was from Australia, this kid Alexander's from Britain. I mean, hello, let them have their accent. Let them be, my goodness. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk the Bold and Beautiful, or you can also hashtag Below Deck Med to talk Below Deck, which I'm doing next. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day, and you can give this video a thumbs up. And you can look around that YouTube channel for my show, Story Time with Angel Benton series. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for logging on today. Have a great day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.